I think for our purposes today, it'll still be very delicious. Some people put like crazy things like cayenne pepper or like chili pepper and whatnot, but I'm not that crazy. I just regular here. You like rare? Go for rare. So it doesn't really matter. It's up to you. Now, fresh mozzarella comes like this. Like that. There you go. Perfect. There you go. Hey guys, welcome. Please come inside. Today we're going to be cooking poutine, and it's Canada's famous food, and actually it's Canada's only food that's famous. So yeah, please come in, take a seat, and let's get started.
Can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Deep. I'm from Canada, and I've been living in Japan for about 3 years. And yeah, I like lots of. The reason I came to Japan is because I really like Japan. I like Japanese food. I like Japanese culture.
What are you gonna cook for us today?
Yeah, today we're going to be cooking poutine. Now, poutine is Canada's famous food. Actually, it's Canada's only famous food. We don't really have any other specialty foods. My students always ask me, Deep, what's Canada's famous food? What's the special food? It's just poutine. And so we're going to be cooking poutine today. Now, the regular poutine, the normal version, is just fried potato, what we call French fries in Canada. And on top is cheese. You can use any kind of cheese, but usually it's mozzarella cheese. And beef gravy sauce. So that's the regular poutine. But today we're going to do something a little different. Today we're going to be using fried potato, of course, French fries. And we're going to be using Hokkaido mozzarella cheese. And also we're going to be using onions. And we're going to be using mushrooms. And we're also going to be using Japanese steak as a topping, beef steak. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit special, a little bit of a Japanese flair. So yeah, it'll be really good.
When do you normally eat poutine?
Usually we can eat it any time. Aside from the morning time, lunch, dinner, yeah, we can eat it any time during the day.
So do you have any memories of eating poutine?
Yeah, usually I'm a hockey player. So usually poutine's always at the rink, at the concession stands. So it reminds me of the rink a little bit. The poutine in the hockey rinks isn't anything special, but it just takes me back to those times when I would go to the rink, practice with friends, and then after we finished playing hockey, we would have a poutine or something like that, or some unhealthy food, high calorie food, right? So yeah, it takes me back to those times. Okay, let's get started, guys. So the first ingredient is, the most important one is the fried potato, the French fries. Now, usually, if I was to make this in like a gourmet restaurant, I would use fresh potatoes. But you can also just use, for a little bit simpler, easier version, you can just use something like this. It's pre-made French fries. So it's fine. Yeah, it tastes just as good, right? The second ingredient that's most important is cheese. Now, today, as I said, we're going to be using Hokkaido cheese. So because we're in Japan, so Hokkaido cheese is very famous in all of Japan. So I thought I'd pick up some Hokkaido mozzarella cheese. After that, like I said, we're gonna do something a little special today. So we have Japanese beef. This is domestic beef. It's really good. Again, you don't have to use beef. If you don't eat beef, you can use pork. You can use chicken. It's your choice. All right. But today we're gonna be using Japanese beef. Next, we got the vegetables. We got mushrooms, white mushrooms. And the last thing is the onion. So, red onion. Now, it doesn't have to be red. It can be white. And again, it doesn't have to be an onion, right? You can use anything. So, but today, I think red onion is a little bit sweet. It's a little bit more tangy. And it gives a little bit more flavor. So, I like red onions. So, yeah, we're going to be using those. Usually, when we make sauce, we use flour, and we use the beef juice from the beef, and we put it into the flour and we add a bunch of other seasonings and ingredients. Now in Japan, it's a little bit difficult to get those ingredients, so we're going to be using a little bit of a makeshift method to making sauce. Now, we're still going to be using the juice that comes from the beef, and we're going to be mixing that with the juice from the vegetables. And it's going to be a little bit more watery than we're used to, right? But I think we'll let it thicken a little bit, and it's not going to be the exact same, but I think for our purposes today, it'll still be very delicious. But usually if I was in Canada, I'd be making gravy sauce from scratch, and for that we need a little bit more ingredients, and unfortunately those ingredients are hard to come by in Japan. Alright, so what we're doing here, guys, is we're cooking our French fries. Now it's going to take about, I think about 10 minutes. And remember, these are pre-cooked, pre-frozen French fries. You can use fresh French fries if you want. With you can use potatoes and whatnot, but I'm going to be using these. There's two ways to do this. You can make them crispy, or you can make them soggy. Now I like to make them crispy because I think when you put the beef gravy sauce on top, it's gonna get, your fries are gonna get soggy anyways. So crispier French fries, they don't get really mushy. Now if you use soggy French fries and you put beef gravy on top, it's gonna get a little bit really mushy, and I don't like that. Some people like that, I don't. So that's why I'm gonna be cooking crispy French fries. We're gonna put some salt. Not too much because the beef sauce does have some salt in it as well, right? But a little bit can't hurt. And this is pepper here, so we're gonna put some pepper as well. Here we go. Some people put like crazy things like cayenne pepper or like chili pepper and whatnot, but I'm not that crazy. I just regular here. So guys, I'm just gonna be cutting the vegetables here. You can choose. You can cut it into thin slices, or you can use thick slices. It's up to you. I like thin because I think there's more. That way, there's more mushrooms to go around. So I'm going to be cutting thin mushroom slices. Same with the onions. I'm going to be cutting them thin. And of course, don't forget about your French fries. You want to make sure that you're flipping them, because otherwise they'll burn, right? So you want to make sure that you want to multitask. Alright guys, so we're going to cut the onion now. You really only want to use like half an onion. Otherwise it's a lot of onion. Right, so it depends how big of a portion you want, right? But you want thin slices like this, right? And now you want to cut it the other way. So you want it really thin pieces, so like this. Okay, here we go. And remember, don't forget about our French fries. So guys, I think these fries are finished. How I know they're finished is I actually just taste it. Easiest way. Yeah, done. So you want crisp. Alright, there we go. And we'll put that on the side. We'll leave it on the side here. That's finished. The potatoes are all cooked. Next, we're going to be pan frying our vegetables. So we have all our vegetables cut, so just throw them in the pan. So here we go. You can see that I'm not really using any oil. I think, we're going to be using our beef here in a second. And the beef has natural fat. So when we cook that, the natural fats come out, and I think they'll coat the pan, and we don't need to use oil until the onions turn opaque, which is a little bit clear. So we don't want to pan fry the vegetables all the way, because we're still going to add our meat in. So we want it like halfway done. Put our meat in, and then it'll cook completely. So we're going to add our salt here a little bit. There we go. We're going to add some pepper. Here we go. So this is almost done here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it off the heat a little bit while we add in our meat. So we're going to add in our meat now. So there's no method to this. You just dump it in. So we're just going to add our meat. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Perfect. So you gotta add salt to the meat, otherwise it's gonna be very bland. And of course, meat doesn't take very long to cook, so it's gonna be about a couple minutes. So yeah, just keep stirring, okay? Don't let it stick. And actually, I'm gonna add a little bit of water here. So I'm gonna put it here, just a little bit. Because we want a little bit of a sauce, right? So there you go. So you can see the juices come, right? Just a little bit. You don't want too much. Otherwise, it's gonna be way too runny. So here we go. And again, your meat, you can cook the meat however, which way you want it. If you like really well done, go for it. You can get well done. If you don't like well done, you like rare, go for rare. So it doesn't really matter. It's up to you. So here, see how it's a little bit, you can see that the juice, it's still a little bit runny. So I'm gonna leave it a little bit more. Let it thicken a little bit more. So this is done. You can see here, there's not much juice left, right? But it's a little bit runny. This is perfect. Let's get our cheese going now. So we want to put our cheese on top now, right? Before we put on our ingredients. Now, fresh mozzarella comes like this. Like that. It's a ball of mozzarella. So this is fresh mozzarella. So what we want to do is cut it into thin pieces because this is way too big. We can't just put it like this. So we want to cut it into small pieces like this. Just like that. Here we go. Here we go. We just want to throw these ingredients right on top. So you want to have a good covering. So here we go. And you want to get it on top of the cheese so the cheese melts, right? So here you go. Here you go. Perfect. There you go. Let's go. That's perfect. So I'm glad that I cooked the potatoes a little bit more crispy because now it's the perfect amount of mushiness to the potatoes. Now if they were I didn't make them crispy, they would be really mushy right now because of the sauce and everything. But they're perfect right now, so it's really good. Again, it's not so difficult to make. It's very easy, and you can put lots of things, whatever you want to put on there, you can put on. So it's your choice. You can put any kind of ingredients you want. So it's very versatile. Hey guys, let me know if you guys have any comments, questions. Please write them down below of this video, and I'll do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. Any questions at all you might have about Canada, poutine, or Canadian things. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope to see you again in a future video. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good day.
実は転職しまして、で上司も外国人、もう嫌顔でも英語を使わなければいけない、その危機感に駆られたのが英会話を始めるきっかけです。仕事につながる英会話を学ぶことができて、とにかく楽しい。どんなに仕事に疲れててもまた行きたくなる。単なる英語を学ぶっていう場所ではないんですよね。仕事をもっと頑張れるパワーの源です。
Relax and enjoy. ワンコイングリッシュ。